Today is Sunday, 22nd of March. Focus. Focus. There it goes. Anyway, made it up to my little building today. Been staying home last 6 days. Been windy every day for the last 6 days, so I couldn't spray my herbicide. And I'm literally down to my very last cigarette. So I had to come up here today just to roll cigs. Filled up the bird feeders, cleaned, and filled up the bird bath. I want to get the concrete spreader I found in the street and the handle remnants and bring them inside, put them up. Got on Amazon real quick. I can find a handle for it. I believe it was $29. I'll look locally first and see if I can find one. That's a big time maybe. It's a Marshalltown tool, so it is a quality tool, and I can make it look brand new again. I've got some chemical that will strip off the old concrete, so we'll see. Wife had work today. Been watching the news on the war. Diesel prices here in northeast Texas are anywhere between $4.19 and $4.59 a gallon. So they've jumped a lot. They've jumped up about $1 a gallon. Gasoline here is about 40 cents a gallon cheaper than diesel. I don't drive much, it's just an inconvenience for me. But a lot of folks gotta drive every day, Monday through Friday. I'm sure it's a hardship for them. But small price to pay if we're able to neuter Iran and get them to stop acting silly. President Trump said he's going to take out all of their power plants basically 26 hours from now if they don't open the Straits of Hormuz. Iran said they're going to start targeting tourist areas worldwide. They've got missiles that will fly approximately 2,800 miles, so that puts Europe in play. And then they have their funded terrorist organizations that can do terror attacks anywhere in the world like they have been for the last 47 damn years. I was in the Navy in the 1980s, pretty much the entire 1980s, in the Persian Gulf, fighting the Iranians. And back then we had a saying, kill them all, let God sort it out, and sharks got to eat too. And I was there when the Vincennes blew the Iranian airliner out of the sky. To a man, our thought was 2 missiles fired, 2 hits, good job. The Vincennes was engaged in a running gun battle with a bunch of Iranian gunboats at the time, and depending on which history you look at, the airliner was on course towards them and descending. And a few years later they reopened the investigation, and all of a sudden, to appease Iran, the story changed dramatically, and they called it all the fault of the crew of the Vincennes, which is total bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But people are going to believe what they're going to believe. because of my time there, I was awarded a medal, and now I'm considered a combat veteran. We never directly engaged the Iranians. The funnest thing we ever did was blowing up sea mines. You know, and in the old World War II movies, you see a guy on deck with a 30-06 Grand shooting at him and blowing him up. That is total bullshit. The way we did it, we'd lower a motor whaleboat. I was on the crew. I was considered the engineman for the motor whaleboat. And we'd bring along a UDT, underwater demolition tech, and he'd have a demolition charge. And we'd motor over to the mine, get within 100 yards, and he'd go over the side. We shut off the engine. He'd go over the side, swim over to the mine, attach a demolition charge, and they were remote detonated. He'd swim back to the boat, get back on board, and we'd putter away about 200 meters from the mine, and he'd set the charge off and blow the mine up, and at 200 meters makes a hell of a boom. And that's how it was done in the 80s. There wasn't none of this horse shit of shooting at it with a 30-06. You got to hit one of the spikes to detonate it. Anything else just punches holes in the casing. It doesn't detonate it. And that was pre-internet, pre-cell phones, pre-digital cameras. It was real hard to find any videos from that era. There was a few, but not many. And I was proud to do my part. And there were some good times too. We were bringing on 500-pound bombs, and the kid on the fort truck was moving a skid of 6. That's 3,000 pounds of bombs, and the banding broke, and the bombs fell off the skid and went rolling across the deck, and he stopped the fort truck and covered up. And I said, dude, that's 3,000 pounds of bombs. I don't think covering up is going to do you a lot of good. Go pick the damn things up. You know, I was just the opposite. I was on an ammunition ship. We were transferring a bunch of munitions, and some of them were 2,000 pound bombs. Them son of guns is huge. And I climbed up on one, had the leg going down each side like I was riding it, saying yeehaw, smoking a cigarette. Captain came walking by. Said, how you doing, Petty Officer Snow? Said, I'm doing fine, sir. How's your day? Said, it's pretty good too. It was very hard to set off a bomb, and me sitting on it smoking a cigarette ain't going to do it. And he thought it was kind of funny too. You know, it was different times back then. This was before women were on ships. We'd have a pilot or two that were female, but the general crew was 100% male. And we worked well together. We played well together. You know, it was a totally different Navy from what it is now. But what are you gonna do? So anyway, I gotta get around to rolling cigarettes. That's all for this one. Thank you.